Hello, everybody, and thanks for checking in one more time to Let's Not Talk About the Husband. And surprise, surprise, Lisa's not here today, but once again, we have our very first human guest on the show.
Dare I say one better than Lisa? Hello.
Okay. Well, we had little Cheetah here and little canine guest last week, but now we've got Delilah again. So thank you so much for coming here and gracing us with your presence. Like, this is a big day, right? Everybody gets to see Delilah one more time.
Guys, I was held against my will.
No, really?
Brought here. Yes.
Are you a prisoner?
Yeah.
Okay. You
But
seem like
I'm excited to be.
you seem like a happy, excited prisoner,
Okay, yes.
though
Yeah.
prisoner you may be. So, thank you for coming one more time.
Thanks for having me, yeah.
I'm so proud of my girls. I'm so proud of you for everything you're doing in your life. You know, you never know when you're a parent. I brought you guys into the world. I actually pulled you out of the womb and brought you in, and then, fed you baby food for a long time, and then you learned how to crawl, and then you learned how to walk.
And I still eat baby food now.
Do you?
Yeah,
Oh,
Starbucks has a great baby food.
oh, do they really?
I love it,
Okay,
yeah.
what flavor do you like?
It's strawberry banana.
Strawberry banana is
It's actually really good.
It's a little pasty stuff
Yes,
that
it's like
you
a little thing.
really.
It's so good, yeah.
Is that right? Okay, baby girl. Okay. But you never know how kids are going to turn out. You just don't know, right? I mean, you water them and they grow, and then they turn out. I mean, how lucky did we get? We got you. I know, and we got Amelia. I mean, look at you.
I
Look at
know.
you.
Guys,
I mean,
stop.
come on.
Thanks.
You are. I mean, I look at you. I go, oh my God, we've made that. Anyway, so
I
here
can't
you
wait to see
are.
what I make. That's going to be fun. That's
Yeah, I
cool,
know,
yeah.
and now you get to do the same thing.
Yeah.
So one time years ago, somebody asked me. They were doing a survey, and they said, "What would you like your legacy to be?" I was with several other people, and people were talking about, well, I'd love to get an Academy Award, or I'd love to, be recognized for inventing this widget or this thing or that thing. And I thought about it. I thought about, well, I did start this company, TAE Technologies, which, if we're successful, will provide the world with clean energy forever. It's a fusion energy company. And I thought, well, would that be my legacy? Do I want to, is that what I want to say I want my legacy to be? And I thought about it for a little bit longer. I said, actually, no. My legacy is my children.
Oh.
And if I can raise wonderful human beings, and they can then take that wonderfulness and bring new human beings into the world themselves, then it starts a chain of legacy that can actually be really, really beneficial to the world, even as beneficial as fusion energy in the long run, because you never know what you and Amelia and my other kids, Dimitri, or your kids are
Other
gonna,
kids, plural.
well,
Could you imagine?
my progeny. I don't know if I've got more anywhere so far. I think you guys, what I've got, you and Amelia and Dimitri, but you never know. So, that's my legacy, and I'm so proud of it. I'm so proud that you and Amelia and Dimitri are going to carry on whatever we've been able to give you in terms of, if any wisdom at all or any way to live your life. That's my legacy, and I'm so proud of it. And there you are.
Honestly, looking at Amelia, if she was my kid, and sometimes, because she's my younger sister, I'm like, okay, like, sometimes maybe she feels like my kid a bit, but like, I would be so proud if she was my kid. I'd be like, wow.
Yeah, both
my
of you
legacy.
guys are
Okay,
doing
yes, but
amazing stuff.
I'm talking about her. Like,
I get it. So
if she was my kid, I would be so proud of her.
Well, she's
a
done
beautiful
some,
human.
You're right. She's done some extraordinary things. What she is a manifester.
She's a manifester, and she's taught me to be a manifester as well.
And what would you say? What did you learn from her manifesting wise? What is some of the greatest stuff you've learned about that from her, or just about manifesting
really
in general?
Great at it. She is number one manifester. She has manifested that whole life, and she loves her life. Like, I was actually talking to one of our friends last night, and she was like, everyone is always like watching Amelia's Instagram stories, being like, wow, she really loves her life. And I'm like, well, wait, let's take it a step back, because what do you mean? Like, you should love your life.
Well,
you should be like so proud that like that is your life. You're like so excited that like that is your life and you're getting to live that life. Why not design the life you want to live? Amelia is really great at that, and she's taught me that. So basically, well, I can't give away all the secrets, but You were gatekeeping.
How about
There's
a couple secrets?
I was giving a
Okay.
couple secrets. But no, basically, you kind of want to live in delusion, which I do. I live in my own world all the time.
And is that
Always.
a good thing?
Yes. I mean, well, it could, okay, look, it could pose the argument of like being out of touch, right? But like sometimes it's okay to be in your own world and manifest things for yourself and for others and be delusional. So by delusional, I mean like, okay, like in my brain, I'm going to act like I'm going to live like I'm a billionaire. Why not? Maybe I'm not, but I'm going to live like that.
Well,
you're not going to
say.
say you're broke. You're not going to say the words like I'm broke. You're not going to say anything of that sort. You're going to just say like I am this. Money loves me. Like Amelia loves to say money loves me. Money comes to me.
And
money loves me. I'm like, okay, go get it.
That's the case.
I'm like, if that's what you want to manifest, this is just like obviously like an example, money, but it could go with anything like, health loves me, or like I'm so healthy. You just live in that mindset
about manifestation. It seems to be the rule of thumb seems to be imagine what it would feel like to have the life that you envision.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine what that feels like, and then actually make that what your life feels like, and that it will then become that. It will automatically, not, I don't know, through the universe working on your behalf. Ultimately, you manifest that thing which you imagine you already have. So that it sounds counterintuitive, but at the same time, we know that it works. Just like we know that the more you give, the more you get. So everybody says, well, wait a minute, I don't have enough money to give anything away. But if you do, the more you give out, the more you get back. And that just seems to be the way the universe works.
So for example, let me give you an example about money. So let's say, it's hard because I actually don't want to talk about it because I don't want to talk about it. And it's really tricky. I don't want to say the wrong thing for my manifesting. Maybe this is my OCD, but like,
well, then do you want to just not touch on it at all and let it be a personal thing for you and not share it?
It's okay. I'll share it.
Okay.
I'm just prefacing like,
all right.
I'm a little nervous to talk about it because you want to stay in the mindset of like, this is just, okay, for example, money. This is the topic. Like I am so wealthy, like money loves me. You don't want to live in the mindset of like, I can't afford. You don't want to say that. It's not that you don't want to say it out loud. You don't want to even think it. You want to just live your life like you can afford things. However, that can be tricky because when you literally can't, you're not going to be going around like buying a bunch of things. So it is a tricky, it's a tricky thing that like takes a while to learn.
I get
and
it.
Balance.
I understand that. And so it's like the more you give out, the more you think that you're wealthy, the more you give yourself that gift of feeling wealthy. And then the more you sense that you can afford whatever it is that you might want to get, but you don't necessarily have to get it. And especially if you don't have the wherewithal. I mean, here's where it gets a little bit tricky.
This is where it gets tricky.
Yeah, you can only spend as much as you make. If you spend more than you make, then you get into some pretty serious trouble. So,
however, if you live in the mindset of like, the more I give, the more I get, then you have to, that's where the trickiness will go away. If you're like, don't worry, maybe I overspent and I'm like in a bit of a pickle now, but money's coming to me.
Uh-huh.
That's how you counteract that. You're like, money's coming to me. This happened to me recently, and I listened to Amelia. She's like, stop thinking that you can't afford things. And I'm like, well, but I literally can't buy that. And then she's like, no, stop. So I stopped, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna buy that. Obviously, like credit card, you can like buy things, and like the money doesn't like go yet. And then it just like started coming to me because you switched the mindset.
Well, they do say in every book that I have read on the subject of manifesting that it's all about mindset and it's all about faith. It's about having faith that the universe is working on your behalf.
Mm-hmm.
And if you throw negativity in there and you say, I'm sorry, I can't do that, or I don't have enough, or whatever, that actually can damage that sense of well-being that you have from thinking that, knowing that, believing that you have enough, rather than coming from a place of lack. Now, they say, and I've not long ago, I was reading about manifesting because, I'm inspired by you, and I'm inspired by Amelia and the fact that you guys have manifested these beautiful lives, which, by the way, could have gone another way. We have a lot of friends whose, kids have spent more time in rehab than they have doing, their professions or whatever. So,
hi.
We're very fortunate that whatever issues you guys have, because every kid has issues. Every kid grows up, is a teenager, they experiment, they go through stuff, and then you never know whether they're going to end up behind bars or running a business, or having great success. In our case, I'm so happy that you guys had chose a much more healthy path in your lives.
Well, look, like I feel like I'm best of both of those worlds. Like I almost went down what could have gone down that path, but I was like, absolutely not. That will not be my life.
No, and you fixed it. And I'm so proud of you for fixing it.
I'm so proud of myself for fixing it.
Yeah.
But it's just how you react to situations like that, and how you...
Now, to explain the situation, you found yourself in this situation where you were...
What situation? There's so many. Like, there's so many situations. Well, it's not that my life was it. I mean, I have it pretty well off. I'd like to think. But I was going down a path that I just wasn't happy with.
Hey, everyone. Let's take a moment to appreciate our liver. A true champion when it comes to cleansing toxins and supporting overall health. You know those times when a little indulgence in food and drinks leaves you feeling not so great? That's where 1MD Nutrition's Liver MD comes in. This is an award-winning formula developed by a GI doctor featuring patented, clinically studied forms of milk thistle and vitamin E to support your liver with top-notch ingredients. Imagine feeling refreshed and ready to face the day, knowing your body is getting the care it needs. It's not just about detoxifying. Liver MD helps maintain your overall well-being, even when life throws those delicious temptations your way. And picture a life with more energy and less daily fatigue. And get this, 90% of users rate Liver MD better than any competitor. And get this, 80% of Liver MD users saw significant improvements in their liver test results, plus better energy, mental clarity, and less bloating. Want to give your liver some love? Head over to 1md.org and use code HUSBAND for a 15% discount on your first order. With 1MD Nutrition, you're not just supporting your liver, you're investing in a healthier, happier version of you. Start transforming your liver health today with Liver MD. Better energy, mental clarity, and digestion await. Backed by an ironclad 90-day money-back guarantee. Head over to 1md.org and use code HUSBAND for a 15% discount on your first order. Bachelor Nation fans have been anxiously awaiting the highly anticipated Season 10 of Bachelor in Paradise, and the beach is finally back open. Jesse Palmer will be returning as our beloved host, and everyone's favorite bartender, Wells Adams, is back to mix up some cocktails and dole out advice. So also joining our staff this season is former Bachelorette Hannah Brown, who will be making her debut as the head of Paradise Relations, where she'll help plan special experiences for our romantic hopefuls, and will be shaking things up even more, as our young singles are joined by Golden Bachelor and Bachelorette alumni crashing the beach. That's right. Both bold and gold singles will shoot their shot at love this season, and it's all taking place in a new tropical oasis, Costa Rica, with new compatibility challenges along the way that are certain to test even the strongest of connections. This season proves that only those willing to pay the price will find true love in paradise. But even with all the new elements at play, audiences are sure to find comfort in what they know and love. The return of exciting fan favorites, steamy romances, and explosive drama. Because finding love in the sun always comes with a little shade. Catch new episodes of Bachelor in Paradise Mondays, 8, 7 Central on ABC, and stream next day on Hulu. Let's talk about for a second this Nepo Baby thing, okay? So your mom and I have a certain profile in public, and you grew up with like paparazzi and stuff, like when we would go out to brunch and we would see all that stuff. And then the idea of transitioning from childhood into adulthood and finding a profession and a career, and in a career in this domain, which is entertainment.
Mhm.
I put modeling in there, I put music in there, I put drama in there, basically entertainment. So do you think that the fact that we also had a leg up in that domain, that helped you, or did it hurt you? Was it a positive, a negative? Do you think that people judge you for it in some way? I mean, I'm asking a lot of questions,
I
but
think all
maybe
of
you
the
could.
above.
So
And
how
I
do you
think
feel about it?
Nepo Baby is an interesting topic because obviously, like, what do you mean? Obviously, I'm a Nepo Baby. Obviously I'm a Nepo Baby. Wait,
Okay.
what?
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
do you know what I
So
mean? But it's like, it's it's funny because it's like you said, it could hurt you in certain situations. So, for example, like if you want to be like going into high fashion, you know,
right.
mom having her foot in the Housewives franchise, I don't necessarily think that would help someone trying to go into high fashion. I think that could, deter someone from possibly wanting to work with you because it's like that's not necessarily an affiliation
Yeah.
they, not that it's a bad thing, but that might not be an affiliation they want. So that's just an example in the fact that it's like in some cases it can hurt you having a name that's already kind of known.
Well, I know that this is something that you wanted to do. I mean, the modeling world, since you were little, very little, long before mom was on the Housewives show,
Mhm.
long before we even knew that the Hadid sisters existed. So now they came out of the Housewife franchise and they went into the modeling world and
It's
had a success.
it's possible to be done.
Yeah.
It's possible, but it definitely, and I'm sure I don't know, I don't want to speak on them, but I'm sure was probably difficult for them at first, just assuming, because it's definitely something like
Well, you
if
guys,
you're associated with someone, you already have kind of like a preconceived.
I think people think that the Nepo Baby thing gives you a leg up, so it's easier for you
Well,
in the
look.
long run. And
Well, look.
maybe,
Let's be serious. Like it is, like it is going to be easier for someone to break into the industry if their parents are already in the industry.
but how do
That's
you
like a
stay in the industry?
but
That's the ticket.
that's the tricky thing. So obviously, I'm not going to say, "Oh my god, I'm not a Nepo baby. Oh my god, it's like still so hard for me." Like no, like I am. Let's face the fact.
But you got to work
But
really
you
hard
do
to
have
stay
to
there.
work hard to stay there, and then you are faced with the challenge of, do people not want to work with you because you're affiliated with XYZ? Or, so there are ups and there are downs as anything in life. I think there's an element of that. And I think there's also an element of it's not just about the people that are hiring you, it's about the peers, the people that work in your field. So, like, maybe this is hypothetical, I don't necessarily know, but I'm thinking maybe the other models could be like, well, that's not fair, like, and maybe give her a hard time, or give me a hard time, give any Nepo baby, if you want to call it that, a hard time, because they're automatically, or we are automatically perceived as like, oh, well, you have the leg up, like you're not taken seriously because you can just have whatever you want if you just like ask mommy and daddy, like, I want to do this. It's like not really, but
No, not at all. In
like
fact.
not really.
No, I'm
But
sorry.
so you do have to prove yourself. You do have to be like, no, I want to be taken seriously. Like this is something I really want to do. It's not just like a fun little hobby that I was like, oh, like it's gonna be easy to get into.
Yeah.
And I think I think it would be also a little bit different if you and mom were models, and then Amelia was trying to go into your field. I feel like there would be a lot more connections, etc. I feel like there's definitely a misconception a bit there. And if you guys were in music and I was like doing music, it would probably be easier for me to break into the industry. However, you don't do that, so it's like you guys don't have those connections necessarily.
Well, but why
So
wouldn't we help you too? I mean,
every parent would want to try and help their kids.
not every parent.
Okay, not
so
every parent.
here's an anecdote.
But,
Okay, so
hopefully.
Our next door neighbor was Marlon Brando, with a great actor, lived right across from us, and when I first moved into our house, there was a big pine tree in the backyard, and I needed to have it trimmed, and I hired a tree trimmer. It happened to be Christian Brando, Marlon Brando's son, and he came to the house, and I didn't know it was Marlon Brando's son at first. And then he gets up in the tree and he looks over at Marlon's house. He said, "There's my dad's house over there," and he started railing on his father. And I go, "Wait a minute, so you're Christian Brando, you're Marlon Brando's son, and you're trimming trees?" And he said, "Yeah, my dad never wouldn't help me get a SAG card, wouldn't help me get into the business."
Right, but you have to want it. Okay, but you have to want it yourself, and you have to work for it yourself. You guys, I low-key need a SAG card. I low-key need my insurance. Do I have that? No, you guys can't just get me one. Like, no. What do you mean? Like, because I'm 27, I need insurance. Like, how? SOS.
Yeah, but I think that a parent,
but like,
you're
not okay. But what I'm saying is, like, you can't just. You're not just like giving it to me. But yes, you do give me a leg up, in the sense that, like.
Well, every parent wants to help their kids as much as they can, and we don't want to help you to the point where it's destructive to you, because we're helping you too much.
Of course.
But I think what you guys have done is you've gotten into the saddle and you've managed to stay there and learn how to ride really, really well. And so and that takes effort. It doesn't happen just naturally. It takes effort to learn how to be a great and a successful supermodel. I mean, it's not just a
look at the end. Yes, at the end of the day, having famous parents does get you maybe into the door. What's the saying?
Yeah, gets you
through
the door. In the door.
But you have to stay there.
Right.
And that's where it's really tricky. And then there's also there are people that are like, I don't want to work with you necessarily because you're affiliated with this. So I think Amelia and I sometimes. It's funny, I think we did this subconsciously, but like we just took our middle names and left the Hamlin out.
Well, yeah.
And like we didn't even like mean to do that.
Well, Hamlin doesn't really fall trippingly off the tongue.
No, but it's like
Delilah Belle
you know what I mean?
Amelia Gray. Better.
It's better. Delilah Belle, Amelia Gray is better.
Yeah.
But we didn't even mean to do that, but it actually probably helped a bit because I don't tell people I'm not like I'm Delilah Hamlin. Not that like everyone knows who you are. Like you kind of like you're cool, but you're not like.
You didn't take that name off for any fame reason. You took it off because it just sounds better.
Subconsciously, but it probably like helped me a bit.
Yeah.
In the terms of like people not wanting to work with me in case they didn't want to work with me if I was like a Nepo baby. There's a lot of stigma around it. I think it's definitely an interesting topic. We could talk about it for hours. And
the stigma of being a Nepo baby, that's true. And but
I'm so grateful because
when we named
I love you guys.
Your name, Delilah, we were trying to figure out, what are we going to name this baby? What are we going to name this baby? At first, we thought you were going to be a boy, and we came up with a brilliant name for you. But we said, okay, we're not going to tell anybody about this name, because we know that if we tell somebody what the name is, everybody's going to have some opinion about it, And we hadn't come up with Delilah yet. We thought our OBGYN said, "Oh, look, you can see his testicles." And when we were looking at this ultrasound of you, so you had big balls when you were just a zygote or
that's insane.
But anyway,
I do not consent.
So we came up with this great name, and we said, well, we can't tell anybody, right? Because if you tell somebody, then there's going to be all this controversy. So that was fine. And time goes on, and then Rosie O'Donnell asked me to do her show. Rosie O'Donnell had a talk show back then, right? And I was promoting something, I forget what, and so I go on the show, and Rosie says, "Oh, by the way, I hear that Lisa's pregnant." And I go, "Yeah, we're having a kid." She goes, "Do you know if it's a boy or a girl?" And I said, "Well, the OBGYN says it's a boy, but we don't really know for sure." She said, "Oh, do you have a name?" And I said, "Well, we did come up with a name, but we're not telling anybody. We're keeping it a complete secret." She says, "Oh, really? Well, you don't want to just tell me?" I said, "No, we're keeping it a secret." So then we cut to commercial, right? And so she and I are just kibitzing during the commercial. She says, "Listen, tell me the name of the kid." I said, "We're not telling anybody. It's kind of a rule we have in our family. We're not going to tell a soul." She said, "Come on, I won't tell anybody. Just tell me." She said, I'm trying to figure out baby names myself. So I'm asking everybody what they're naming their kids." And she said, "Trust me, I will keep it a total secret."
Oh my God.
And so I said, okay, well, all right. So we're gonna name him Dashiell,
Yeah.
Dashiell Hamlin, and it would sounded like his name would be Dash Hamlin. That's a pretty good name, right? And she goes, oh, that's a great name. That's great.
Cute.
So then all of a sudden, it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're back on air, live, everybody. And she says, oh, by the way, Harry just told me that he's going to name his kid Dashiell. I was like, what? That was weird, right?
Interesting.
I know, very odd.
Interesting.
So this could be a cautionary tale for you when you're going on talk shows, on live shows or whatever, to make sure that, don't ever tell anybody a secret.
Right.
They're not going to tell you the truth, right? They're going to try to get whatever they can get in order to get more ratings or higher clicks or whatever. But
yeah.
So anyway, we didn't have to bury that name because you turned out a girl.
Well, thank God. I love being a girl. And
I'm so happy you're a girl. I was terrified, and I have been terrified of women my entire life.
You have a lot of women surrounding you.
I know. Now
every dog is a woman that we have.
I know. All of our pets are women.
I'm pretty sure the beta fish is a woman. Like,
I'm sure the plants are all female too. I mean, I'm surrounded by females. But now, for the first time in my life, I'm not so intimidated by you guys.
Why?
Because, well, I mean, I've watched girls grow up, and I know why you behave the way you behave now.
Why?
I mean,
oh my God, I'm so interested.
Well,
what?
No, I mean, look, girls, in my opinion, and this is just speaking from my experience, are kind of smarter than guys. I mean, and definitely mature faster than guys. When I say smarter, I'm not necessarily talking about like academic smarts and stuff like that. I'm talking about sort of street smarts. Like, you guys kind of know what's happening in a certain kind of way that guys sometimes kind of are brain dead when it comes to that. I'm just saying that's just my experience. Okay. And it could be because I'm completely surrounded by women, but I did grow up in a household with just boys. So I grew up with the toilet seat up all the time. And for the last 30 some odd years, it's been down all the time. So
pet peeve.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, so anyway, so I'm very happy that you guys turned out to be girls. And when I named you, it was just a moment of sheer, okay. So the universe spoke to me. I put my hand
The universe is big in our family.
Yeah. Well, we are the universe. The universe evolved human beings so that it could look out at itself.
Well, the universe is like our religion.
Well,
you know what I mean?
In a sense, and I think
it's like my religion.
It's appropriately so because, we see the universe as a good place, as a place that is offering help and making us feel better rather than worse. I mean, a lot of people, I think, see the world as a dangerous place, but thankfully we don't.
I think, look, I live in my own world. I'll say it again. I live in my own world. Sometimes I think it might be counterintuitive, but I love it there because you know what? I think it's so important to try and stay as positive as you can stay. Look, you can't always with everything, you can't always, but
you're aware though.
I'm aware.
If you're aware, that's like most of the battle right there. If you're aware of the fact that, you need to have a positive mindset and to be aware of the fact that when the negativity seeps in, you go, wait a minute, whoa, okay, enough of that. Get back to the positive. Stay here in the moment. Live in the moment. Because in the moment, right now, everything's great. Mm-hmm. It's when we start thinking about something we did in the past or something that might happen in the future that we get all freaked out and get stressed out. But right here, right now, everything is fantastic.
Fantastic.
So let's stay here. Okay?
Yes.
All right.
Stay here.
We chose Function because it's the only health platform that gives you access to the kind of data most people never see and the insights to actually take action. Inside Function, you can test over 160 biomarkers, from heart and hormones to toxins, inflammation, and stress. You can also access multi-region MRI and CT scans, all tracked in one secure place over time. It's a near 360-degree view to see what's happening in your body. That's why top health leaders like Dr. Mark Hyman, Dr. Andrew Huberman, and Dr. Jeremy London are all behind Function Health. Did you know there are nearly 30 biomarkers that can impact your skin more than your skincare routine? Because breakouts, dullness, dryness, redness, they're not just surface issues, they're internal signals, and Function helps you see them more clearly. Function is the first health membership that gives you access to 100 plus biomarkers across the whole body. And there's a few specific things that Function looks at. Okay, vitamin D, right? Low levels can slow skin cell turnover and healing. Zinc, iron, and vitamin A, these are key nutrients for skin repair and resilience. So, I mean, recently you've been in the sun, your routines are off, your skin's talking. Function helps you stop blaming the products and start understanding the patterns, because your skin is a mirror, and Function gives you the data to read it. Function is offering 160 plus lab tests for $365 to anyone who signs up between July 7th and July 11th. To learn more and get started, visit www.functionhealth.com/Rinna. So anyway, getting back to how proud I am of you.
Oh my God,
we're
the whole episode.
Okay.
How proud I am of Delilah Belle.
I want to talk about your music now too, because we've talked about the modeling thing, and you've got that down. I mean, your career is well underway when it comes to the modeling thing, and that, and you've got great representation there, and you've got a lot of traction. Let's talk about the music thing and where you are with that, and what your ambition is there.
I love music. And I guess I will say thank you so much for making me, for making me who I am. And I'm so glad that music is what my calling was, because it's so fun and I enjoy it so much. I just love being creative. I just love making music. I love writing music. I just love hearing something that I've created in my mind come to fruition. I think that's an insane concept, just to have something in your brain be out in front of you. Does that make sense?
Of course it makes sense.
It's a crazy thing.
We're
if you
creatives.
really think about it. We are creatives, and everyone in our family is a creative, which I think is a bit spooky sometimes. I guess that type of personality, sometimes it's a lot.
If you look around us in life, you look around, everything in life, every tangible thing that was made by men or humans or whatever, started as a thought. Everything started as a thought.
Creating, there's so many things that are already made in the world, right? Sometimes I think, what's $1 million idea that I can create to become so rich? What's something that I feel I think of something and I'm like, oh, that's already been done. But then with music, maybe because I'm so tapped in, because it's something that I'm so passionate about, I really feel I can create new things, and I just find that so fun. And it's just not even fun isn't even the word. It's just that is what life is about for me.
Well, everybody's experience is unique to them, and no two human beings are alike, just like no two snowflakes are alike. Mm-hmm. So everybody's experience and their expression of their experience and how they create that expression is going to be different. So everything you do, as long as you're authentic and coming from a place of total authenticity, is going to be different from anybody else's.
Another thing is, I am so grateful that my life worked out and played out the way it did. I should not have been in the spotlight the past 6 years. I needed that time to reflect, be by myself, take a step back from modeling, take a step back from just kind of working.
So are you referring to the health issue thing?
Health, mental health. I think everything happens for a reason. I think the universe was look, you are not ready to be seen yet. And now I finally feel ready, because I needed to be able to find myself in order to be authentic to myself in creating. Ooh. Because it's when you're young, there's a lot of influence, and you're influenced by people, substances, and I needed to just step out of that. I needed to literally be so introspective, and I'm finally ready to be perceived. I just wasn't ready to be perceived.
So you were ready. You felt because you needed to authentic. Sort of bake in the oven a little bit more before you came out and were ready. Yeah.
So when sometimes people are "Oh my God, you're 27. What are you doing?" And I'm well, I'm starting. Like it looks like I'm starting. It just looks to people, it looks like I'm just starting out and like things are just starting to happen. But behind closed doors, like I've been like cooking
Well, yeah.
for like years, you know?
Well, you were like 17 when we went to Australia and you did that campaign for the Australian Shoe Company. And then you shot your first Vogue cover when you were like 19, right?
And then I put a pause
for
my mental health. And then after my mental health, I put a pause for my physical health on everything. And then behind closed doors, I worked on everything. I started writing music when I was 19 with a co-writer, and she really like taught me how to find my sound, find my voice. And then with my friend Elise, who I met on TikTok, love her. She's my like right-hand man. She really taught me so much about myself without even, trying to. She just.
So when you're writing a song, you write your songs based upon your emotional experience, right?
Yes.
And so, you've got plenty to draw on from that.
Yeah.
Just having watched you over the last 9 years and the various vicissitudes that you've encountered in your life.
The last day of my life. Okay, you watch me the last day of my life, I could write a movie. I could write like a whole album. But
well, good. So you've got all this material.
But everyone has material. Everyone in life has material. Is how you take that and how you want people to like perceive that and how you want people to hear that. And like I want people to be able to relate. Or when I was young, when I was in high school, I would have loved, oh my god, I would have loved if there was me back, like me now at 27, about to release music. I'd be like, oh my god, I'm so excited for this girl's music to come out because like I can really resonate with her. Like I can't, like do you know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to figure out what you're saying. So
okay, sorry, I'm getting excited and ahead of myself.
Okay. So if there was, when you were younger, if there was an older you putting out music, yes, you would have been a fan.
I would have been like, thank God, because I would be like, I'm so excited to hear music because I feel like I can relate to her and like I need someone to be able to put my feelings into words. Because when you're young, I feel like it's hard to put your feelings into words, and you also feel so alone. Like I felt so alone when I was young.
Really?
Tell me obviously I wasn't alone, but I just felt so alone. In my thoughts, I felt, oh my god, am I crazy?
At what stage was this? How old were you?
Probably, honestly, like since I was 11, But like growing up in high school and stuff, and maybe it's just more so this day and age. Like, I think that's why I really related to music and love music, because I was like, okay, wow, that lyric really hit home for me. Wow, I can really relate to that. I really feel seen. I feel heard. And I want people to feel seen and heard is basically what I'm saying. And I think it's so fun to do that with music. So I'm excited to share.
Yeah, well, that's the whole point. Is that what you want to do is share your experiences, because you would like to have had somebody like you sharing their experiences when you were younger.
And I'm like, slay, if I get super famous, like so fun, but that's not like, well, maybe, but like that's not why I'm doing it. I'm making so much music with Elise at the moment, and I'm not like, I need a rush to put it out anymore. Like before I was like, I want to put it out. I need to put it out now. Now I'm more like, I'm just really enjoying making the music because I'm learning so much about myself in the process of doing so. And I'm like, it will come out when it's going to come out.
That's why it's kind of like a double whammy. You get to create, and you also get to learn from your creation.
Yourself.
And yeah,
it's so fun.
That's pretty amazing. Yeah. Well, I can really see your passion, because you'll come home. She's living right now back with us because she's not with her boyfriend anymore. So it's anyway. So I can see your passion. You go into your room, and I can hear you doing your music in there. I can hear you talking to your friends and your producers and all that. But it's to see you have that direction and that passion. It makes me so happy. I have to just say.
And thank you. What's interesting though is like also finding friends, especially as a girl, especially maybe as like a Nepo Baby, is not easy. But if you find friends through your passion or through, similar interests, those are your friends. Like those are your people. And like I'm learning that, and I'm happy.
You want people who have like mind and like ambition. My friends from acting school were my closest friends in my life, because of we shared that passion. I don't have that many friends from college or high school or anything, but from
But you also get
acting
very
school.
vulnerable when you're
Yeah.
creative and you're in that space. I feel like you get very vulnerable with people very quickly, and you open
Yeah.
up very quickly.
So,
You know?
would you say that most of your lyrics and your songs have to do with emotions around relationships?
Well, you'll just have to wait and see.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you're
But
baiting the hook
relationships.
now. Okay. All
Okay,
right.
but relationships are not only just like with like an intimate relationship.
Mhm.
If this is gonna
Like
go across the board.
friends
Yeah.
and other. Okay.
I just write about my experiences. You'll see.
Well, the songs that I've heard so far, I love.
Thanks.
And there's that one song that I'm totally in love with.
We're reproducing it. We started reproducing it yesterday. So
Oh,
and I
can't
have
wait
so
to
much
hear
fun.
it.
Also, I'm not even a producer, but I have so much fun sitting there being like, okay, like let's can we add this? And I'm like, I don't even know what it's called. I don't even know what that drum's called, but I'm like, can we add like something like that? I
How
don't know.
cool
So
is
it's fun.
that?
It's fun. I love it. So yeah, I hope that people can take what they need to take from it when it comes out and enjoy it.
Well, I'm sure they will. All the songs that I've heard from you are incredible. But let's talk
But you're
about.
my dad, so it's like obviously you have to
Well,
say that.
I know.
Like, you, like,
I mean,
have to say
I
that.
suppose I'm biased on some level, but I do have other questions
Tell
for
me.
you, though. I wanted to ask about your hair, which and your eyebrows. Okay, so your
Right.
eyebrows are bleached right now, and your hair
They're like,
is bleached, and there's something going on. Let's talk about your hair. Tell me
Okay.
about it. Tell me what's going on there with that.
you want to know why I have roots?
Well, I want to know. Okay, so what's the deal with
What?
what's the blonde eyebrows and the platinum blonde hair and all of that? Because it's a really great look for you, and
I think it's a great look for me. I think I look the best I've ever looked. Are you kidding
yeah,
me?
you look great. You look fabulous with that.
Okay, but they bleach my eyebrows on set. Sometimes I don't really have a say. But no, I do. Look,
Okay.
obviously you have a say, but I'm very open. I'm like, you know what? You do whatever you want to do. Like, you're the creative here. When I'm on set, like, I'm the model. They're the
So
creative.
you're the canvas.
You
and
know, I'm
they're
like, okay, so you guys do what you want to do. If they want to bleach, if they want to cut my hair, cut my hair. Like, if they want to bleach my eyebrows, they're gonna do what they're gonna do.
So
and
you're
I'm
saying
open.
yes. You're saying
I'm a
yes.
yes. I'm a yes man when
Uh-huh.
I'm modeling. So, and Amelia is as well.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I was a no person.
I'm a yes person. Well,
I was no.
yeah. I'm a yes
My
person.
career started with no. If I hadn't said
know.
no, I would not have a career.
I know.
But I was an honest no. I was a real no.
But mom was always like, you know what? No, like they ask you to like jump off like a cliff or something, like or do a back bend, like do it.
Well, but then she also learned something from Cindy Crawford, because Cindy Crawford said, they're going to ask you to do all kinds of crazy stuff as a model. I remember her saying this to you and Amelia. And when they ask you to do something really crazy, say, show me. And ask the director, you go do it and show me what you want me to do.
Wait,
and
like,
I'll do
I don't
it.
remember that advice.
Yeah,
Cindy.
well, that was advice that she gave to all of us. Yeah, because they'll say, okay,
That's
Cindy,
so
we just
funny.
need you to climb that tree and get out on that limb and hang one hand down and then put your leg up on the top. And she'd say, excuse me, you want me to do what? And they, just go up on that tree. And she said, okay, you go up there and show me how to do it, and I'll just do it.
Well, look, like at least I have a sense of humor, and I think like sometimes like people understand it, so I'll just look at them and be like, yeah, and like, you really want me to do that?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, if you want.
I think you can ask them. It's okay to ask them to show you.
Yeah, well,
want.
like they can't. So I already know the answer to that. But yeah, so bleached hair grows really quick, and I'm not really trying to fry my hair every 5 seconds because I'm kind of growing it out. As you can tell, it's like getting a little longer.
I see that.
So,
but I've also noticed that a lot of people are walking around with roots like that.
Wait,
as
I
though
love
it's a
roots.
thing. It's like it's the thing,
I'm
right?
like,
to have roots.
I love roots. I feel like it gives me like good coloring in my face. I also love being tan. I'm like in a competition right now with like someone.
Your tanning competition?
Yeah, it's the best. I love tanning.
Okay.
This is my summer hobby, guys.
And
but
do you wear sunscreen when you tan? You do, right? Yeah. Okay.
Moving on.
Okay.
I should. And I need a good sunscreen, guys. Let me know what the best face sunscreen is where you can still get tan. Okay, anyways.
Okay, all right.
It is look, it's a statement. I guess it's a statement. a statement. I just honestly am lazy and I don't want to bleach my hair every 5 seconds because it like burns your scalp.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it also looks cute. Whatever. Like,
also, from a DNA perspective, both your mother and I have olive skin, so we have Mediterranean skin, so we don't have a tendency to like.
Wait, tell me about that. Where are we from? I'm so confused.
Well, okay, so
I heard we were Portuguese recently. So a hairdresser told me that. I said, "How do you know that?" I said, "Oh, your mom told me." I said, "She never told me that."
She's half Italian, half Portuguese, right?
Okay.
And I'm a wasp.
Since when? I'm like,
I have never done 23andMe. I'm reluctant to do that for some reason. I don't know.
Me too.
I think maybe because it'll end up in a database somewhere that'll be hacked by somebody in China. I don't know.
I don't like it for some reason too.
But I know that I'm basically Scottish and Irish and English. I mean,
I knew the Irish thing and I knew the Italian thing, but I didn't know the Portuguese
but
thing.
For some reason,
news to me.
Our skin is not Scandinavian, so we don't have we have an olive skin. It tans. It doesn't like burn too much. So I think you're going to be in fairly good shape.
I'm in good shape. I get golden and I love it.
What? Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, I love my bleached brows. Amelia really like.
I know. It's kind of
pushed that trend.
When she got bleached brows, it kind of made her career, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It actually really did push her.
It pushed her over.
Yeah. It changed things. And I think for me, it was me cutting my hair, chopping it off. The bleach brows just so happened because it's a thing.
Now, are you going to drop an album?
We are currently working on an EP.
Okay.
An EP is a little smaller than an album. But we're having so much fun doing it. So I think like that's all that really matters. And I'm excited.
So what's the difference between an EP and an album?
Can we like pull up a definition?
So I think an EP is shorter,
right?
It's
like 7. I could probably do 7 songs.
You can do fewer songs, right?
Fewer songs?
And it qualifies still for like awards and stuff like that.
Dad, I don't know these answers.
Oh, I don't either do I. So
honestly, I can't be on every side of the industry. I don't know everything yet.
No, I don't know anything about the industry. I've been in for 50 years. So
how embarrassing! I need to look it up. But yeah, we're working on an EP.
And so is it? Do you know what the beat is? Is it ballads? Is it dance? Is it? You're
really trying to get a lot out of me. You know what it is.
I'm trying to get some information.
It's dark. It's dark pop. It's grungy. It's weird, but it's also still pop. But it's alternative. It's cool.
When can I hear it? When's it gonna be? When can I hear it?
We don't know. We still don't know when it's gonna be released. Because honestly, the more we sit on it, the more we want to tweak things, and the more we just like have fun creating, and then we're just like, wait, things are starting to sound different. Now we need to make everything cohesive. Anyways, long story short, it's coming.
Okay, great. So, I'm so happy.
Yeah.
So all right. So moving along.
What else do you want to ask me?
You're moving right now, are you not?
Moving tomorrow. Moving is like one of the most stressful things. But you want to know something? I'm not stressed.
You're not stressed? Okay. Well,
no. I'm not stressed about that.
I'm going to help with the moving as much as I can. And you've got some help. You've got some people helping you. But are you excited about this move?
I'm excited about this move.
They say that divorce and moving are the two biggest stressful things in life.
And you're going to tell me that I'm going through both.
Well, you're kind of going through both. I mean, in a way. I mean.
So yeah, look, but I'm, like we said in the beginning, I'm staying positive and I'm finding the good things in every day. And you know what? At the end of the day, through all the stress, through everything, I'm like finding myself. I'm learning about myself. I'm becoming the most authentic me, the most aligned me. So whatever, like.
Yes, and you are manifesting all the things that are manifestable in your life right now, which is,
And you know what? If you are new to manifesting, TikTok is great because.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you just you can look up tips to manifest, or you can get on the side of TikTok. You obviously don't know TikTok tarot readers, but they're my favorite.
Wait a minute, say it again. TikTok tarot readers.
If you know TikTok tarot readers. Yes, they read my fortune. They read my.
Yeah.
They read me every day, and sometimes it resonates, and you're like it.
Wait a minute.
I can't explain it to you. I can't explain the lore to you because it's like.
Well, hold on a sec. So every day you can go somewhere and somebody has done a TikTok evaluation of your day or something, so you can look at it and go, "Oh, this is what's happening."
How do I explain this to him? Do you know what I mean? How to explain TikTok
Okay, so
tarot?
you're talking to Eve now. So
I'm
Eve,
talking to Eve,
chime in.
our producer.
Help me out because I'm old. What is this?
I mean, I feel like it's just
TikTok tarot is like
it's like astrology, but cards.
But they're speaking to the collective.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily you, but if you stumble upon the video, that means that video was meant for you. And then like I like to look at that and be like, oh, like this is what my love life is gonna be. This is what my money's gonna be. This is like, you know.
Oh, so you're
I'm very like woo woo, guys. I'm very witchy. It's very woo woo witchy time, and I love it. It's major.
I mean, hey, whatever works,
It works.
Floats your boat, you know, and your boat seems to be being floated by TikTok tarot readers.
Yes, and I think a lot of people feel this way.
Really? So,
or maybe
have you seen like the intuition ones where it's like
where the
guess a number or guess the like.
Yeah.
The like if you guess this number, you have good intuition.
What is
or like it's like or if you pick the right rock, like this one's for you.
Yeah.
This reading's for you. Yeah. You guys just look up
Okay.
Tarotini. She's good.
Okay.
I think I made that up, but I think that's a thing.
We'll find it. We'll link it.
Like a tarotini is like a martini?
No, she's no.
What?
She's a girl.
Oh.
She's a TikToker.
Oh.
But no, yeah, if you're new to manifestation, you know what? Actually, if you are a reader, if you want to get into manifestation and you can read and like you can like hold focus in a book, I would say read Joe Dispenza, Becoming Supernatural. That opened me up.
Really? I read that book this year.
Yeah, you read it after I was reading it. Yeah.
I think you told me to read it.
It's not an easy read, but it's great.
Like, well, I think Joe Dispenza is a really good author to read. If you're interested in these kind of things, he's great. You know, there's tons of people who are writing about this kind of stuff.
But I would say that book in particular that he wrote is like great because it brings science into it and it kind of helps you like.
So the
Hicks
are a little less scientific, right? When you read their books, the Hicks books.
You know, I haven't. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't read. Abraham. What's his name?
Abraham.
Hicks.
The books about Abraham. Yeah.
I don't think I listened to a bit of a podcast.
Which is also manifesting.
But I don't. I couldn't speak on that. I don't know.
You know, the Joe Dispenza one definitely has some scientific backing to it.
I love it.
But it just, hey, guys, it seems to work. I mean,
it's working. Weird. It takes a minute, but or it might take a minute, but it's working.
Well, you know what I found is that if I start down this manifestation road and I'm thinking about a certain thing that I want to manifest, it seems as though things just start falling into place.
Yes.
I mean,
because you're opening yourself to that energy, to the universe. Guys, I'm really woo-woo right now, but like you're opening yourself to that.
Suddenly there are coincidences in your life and you run into people, meet people who add to that equation.
Well, because you're on a higher frequency. And when you're on a higher frequency, you're attracting great things without even knowing. Like
so they do say it's energy. So
we are energy.
We all, of course, we are. Everything
get into it, but
E = mc squared. Okay, so
that's great.
we are energy, and if we can get our vibration up, we can be in a high vibrational state. We can then associate with other high vibrational beings.
Yes,
and,
there you go.
Yeah, so there it is.
There it is. Joe Dispenza.
That's really easy to understand, right? Okay.
No, it is, guys. It really is. But you could start on TikTok and figure it out. But it works, and it really works for Amelia, guys. She's like blueprint.
Yeah. She is an amazing template for anybody who wants to manifest. Watch what Amelia Gray has done, and
I'm just proud of her. So I'm gonna talk about her.
I'm proud of her too.
I love her.
I'm proud of all my kids and our whole family, and that's my legacy is going to be you. Fusion energy. I love it. Movies, awards, I love all that stuff, but it's you are my legacy. And with that, thank you, everybody, for one more time checking into Let's Not Talk About the Husband, and this time, not with my wife, but with my favorite daughter.
He really said that. Thanks for watching, guys.